We're the computer engineering group. My name is Nigella.
My name is Chloe Vasquez.
My name is Javier Rodriguez.
And I'm Alexandria Diller.
Okay.
Our group is the computer engineering, and we wanted to clear up why it differs from electrical engineering. Electrical engineering deals more with electronics, electromagnetics, bioengineering, things of that nature. Computer engineering deals more with computer systems and software and digital design. They both have some things in common though. They deal with telecommunication, systems and controls, and digital processing. So we were able to have an interview with Mrs. Angela Ellaby. She's one of the advisors for the ECE department, but mainly for computer engineering. So one of the questions we asked her was, why do students typically select this major over all of the other engineering majors? And basically what she said was just the passion. They have a passion for computers. Some of them have been teaching themselves MATLAB or different coding. Some of them have been teaching themselves how to build computers from an early age. Another question we asked her was, what skills would you develop with this major? So basically there are 11 different types of specialized areas in the ECE department. And the skills you learn depend on what you want to learn and the specific facet you're in of the computer engineering department. So basically, engineers are molded to become creative and efficient workers, right? So in computer engineering, they create new projects as well as improving the ones that are already in place. The kinds of jobs that students do after they graduate with this major depend on really what they want to do. So 90% of them go on and look for jobs, and they usually have 2 or 3 offers that they can choose from because they're Georgia Tech graduates. And the other 10% continue their education through grad school, business school, law school, or medical school. So the different minors that could go with this major really depend on what the student themselves want to do. Some students minor in language, while others can minor in tech and management, which is a nice segue between the business and the College of Engineering.
So at Georgia Tech, they have about $60 to $50 billion million dollars in research that they provide just for undergraduate research. So there are 3 different types of undergraduate research that they provide: research in teams, and and then they have 3 subdivisions within research in teams. So they have vertically integrated project program, the VIP. And that's where you are able to join teams and eventually possibly lead a team doing different projects. And some of the different groups that they have many groups, is Collaborative Workforce Team, eDemocracy, eStadium, eCampus, RoboVotes, and BioBots. And then they also have Opportunity Research Scholars Program. And these are all the subdivisions of what the program provides. This doesn't even list all of them. There's so many of them. And within this type of research for undergraduate, the faculty are heavily involved in teaching and aiding, but then the students are really behind all of the work for it. And then the second type is individual project with faculty. So this kind of ties into the previous program. It's the Undergraduate Research Opportunities Program, and this also has the same subdivisions that the other one does, and they're kind of tied with each other. And then they also have the research option. So then for 3 or more semesters, you're doing undergraduate research with a faculty member. You have to come up with an undergraduate research thesis, and then you also have to have a web-based research portfolio. And then these are the different student organizations that they have within COMPI that they provide at Georgia Tech. So this is IEEE. IEEE specifically is a student branch. It's professional society. They go into a lot of different types of research, and they are provided a lot of money. Like, money just floods into their program. Right now, they're working on the Wi-Fi within Georgia Tech, and they have some company interest with them. There's also women's specified programs with NEC Compy, so they just have different company outreach or opportunities and social events with that. Go ahead.
Majors. So typically, engineers in general they don't suffer a loss of jobs. While the average unemployment rate for normal people or other types of majors is 3.9%, for engineers it's only 2%, which is fairly low. Now, computer engineers are no different from this, especially from a university such as Georgia Tech. On average, as Najela mentioned, on average 90% of our students will already have 2 or 3 job offers at the time they graduate. Some will usually even have multiple offers. And the others that don't have offers usually end up going to graduate school, med school, or law school. Salary projections are also very positive. The median starting salaries are at about $65,000, and with a high average of $90,000. The salary offer rate is also at 94%, which is very high. And if you factor in the fact that computer engineers can also get jobs and are often getting jobs as computer scientists and electrical engineers, you see that we have a broad range of possible offers of jobs and a broad range of possible salaries. So now, other than working after college, you can also work during college. This includes co-ops, internships, and research opportunities. For co-ops, usually our engineers make about $8,000 to $10,000 per work term and pay no tuition for a 12-hour audit. Interns earn similar amounts of money. Right now, where do engineers work? Engineering, much like medicine and many other branches of education, is a branch that can serve a purpose in any part of the world. So that being said, however, according to the article Mapping Out a Career, an analysis of geographic concentrations of occupations, engineers typically work in the United States of America.
Okay, so why computer engineering? So here at Georgia Tech, computer engineering is number 4 and number 6 ranked by the U.S. News and World Report for the undergraduate and graduate degree. We have such a large impact on society. We're one of the largest academic units here at Georgia Tech, and we're the feature of the world. So if you're not paying attention to our presentation right now, you're probably on your phone, which is what computer engineers help manufacture. Or you're watching this presentation on your laptop, which is also what we help manufacture. In the list of the top 25 innovations, we were one of the main people behind those efforts, like digital cameras, flat screen TVs, and Wi-Fi. And in the next 20 most important inventions for the future, like 3D printing, electrical cars, and nanotech computing, as well as super high-speed internet, which is real, computer engineers are behind that effort as well.
And some interesting facts about computer engineering. There are some computer engineers who will switch to industrial engineering, not because they can't handle it, because they get talked into industrial engineering by their friends. So don't get pressured into it unless you really want to make the switch, but many females usually switch. As for study abroad and research opportunities, we do GT Lorraine, which is year-round. We go to Shanghai, Barcelona, and of course we have many more options, but there are some tailored just for computer engineers. As for research opportunities, as a computer engineer, you need 6 credited hours of research total, vertically integrated projects or VIPs. After applying, you will receive a permit to take the class. Undergraduate research opportunities, pass and fail or letter grade, special problems, and 3 hours per week.
And some of the reasons we decided to do computer engineering was, one, I have a mind that's very tailored to analytical thinking, and I go step by step, which is very similar to what computer engineers do.
And I decided on computer engineering because I've always been fascinated by computers, the way they're made, how they work, and learning how to figure that out, which is interesting.
Throughout my childhood, I always had a passion for video games, and with my dream wanting to go work for Disney, I want to be a part of the Disney Interactive Studios, and computer engineering and the management technologies minor will provide me the opportunities to become an Imagineer.
Much like Chloe said, my passion for technology started with video games when I was very young. And although my interests have matured now, primarily I want to do research, I still have that passion and that interest for the medium known as video games. And honestly, I would still love to work for a company. My dream company is Nintendo, though it sounds kind of childish. I would really love to work